Hello students, in previous video we did adjectives and its kinds. I hope that is clear to you. In today's video I'll talk about degrees of comparison, which is part of adjective, as we use adjective to describe something. So when we compare something, we have 3 degrees: positive, comparative and superlative. Positive is that degree of comparison, students, in which we talk about something but we do not compare it to something, right? Or we compare it in a positive manner. For example, she is as beautiful as her mother. So we are comparing two things, but we are not saying that, we are making a positive comparison that both of them are beautiful, she as well as her mother, right? So we use as when we do positive comparison. Comparative is when we compare two things, right? For example, she is more beautiful than her mother, so we use more, right? And there is then, right, the word. So more is used in comparison of two things. Now superlative is that in which we compare the thing with the whole, means she is most beautiful in the family. So most is used in superlative, and along with that we compared her beauty with the beauty of whole family. So we'll do degrees of comparison in detail in this video, and we'll do it with the help of a book. So let's go with it, right? So now you can see there are some examples. Rajesh is clever, Manish is cleverer than Rajesh, and Kapil is the cleverest, right? So in first sentence we are not comparing Rajesh to anyone, we are just saying he is clever, so it is positive. In second sentence we are comparing two persons, Rajesh and Manish, and saying Manish is cleverer than Rajesh, so it is comparative. And in third we are comparing more than two persons and saying Kapil is the cleverest, right? So it is our superlative. Let's see the description. We use the positive degree of an adjective and we make no comparison, right? The degree is used with one person or thing. We use comparative to compare two persons and superlative to compare more than two, right? So positive is used for one, comparative is for two, and superlative for more than two, right? Now read some rules how we form comparative or superlative. So we by adding er to positive degree we make comparative, and est to positive. Bold, bolder, boldest. Young, younger, youngest. You can see in the example, clever, cleverer, cleverest, right? Now by adding r and st, fine, with a sentence with a degree which ends with e, right? Alphabet e. Fine, finer, finest. Wise, wiser, wisest. Now by changing y into I and we add er or est, happy, happier, happiest, lazy, lazier, laziest. By doubling the last consonant and then adding er and est, hot, hotter, hottest, red, redder, reddest, right? Now by doubling the last consonant and adding er and er and est when positive degree and with the vowel plus the consonant, thinner, thinnest, fat, fatter, fattest, right? Now by adding more before comparative and most before superlative, careful, more careful, most careful, difficult, more difficult, most difficult, right? Some adjectives do not follow any rules, we have to remember them. Bad, worse, worst, far, farther, farthest, far, further, furthest, good, better, best, right? We have some more if you want for your reference. I can show it to you. Little, less, least, many, more, most, much, more, most, late, later, latest, in, inner, innermost, up, upper, uppermost, out, outer, uttermost, for, former, foremost, right? So you have to learn them, students. There is no hard and fast rule to recall them every time. You have to learn them only. This is the option. So I hope degrees of comparison is clear to you, students. So whole together in adjectives, what we did, I'll give you the summary. Adjective is a describing word for noun or pronoun. When we talk about types of adjectives, we have adjective of quality, which answers our questions, of what kind, quality, shape. When we talk about shape, quality, size, kind, we use adjective of quality. Adjective of quantity, when we talk about anything in quantity, right? Then we have adjective of number when we talk about numbers. Then we have our possessive adjectives when we talk about possessions. We have our demonstrative adjectives when we talk about when we want to demonstrate something, and that is adjective in the which is describing, right? Interrogative adjectives in which we ask question, right, with the examples are which, whose, what, right? Then we did degrees of comparison. Degrees of comparison is when we compare something, right? So when we compare it, we have three kinds. Positive, when we compare a single person, or we use it as it is. Then we have comparative, when we compare two persons, we use er or more with it, right? And then we have superlative, in this we use est or most. So I hope adjective is clear to you and its degrees of comparison as well. So what you will do next is practice them in your pull-out sheet so that it will be more clear to you. All of you must be having your pull-out sheets. It is together with pull-out sheets. Practice adjectives and degrees of comparison in that. So thank you students. Take care.